Hi my lovely people, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you for stopping by and checking out my channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing to my channel, that red button right there, and ring that notification bell right next to it for all notifications so that you will never miss one of my videos. It really helps me grow my channel for you to subscribe, and subscribing no longer is enough. It used to be enough for YouTube to push videos to you, but not anymore. Just subscribing doesn't tell YouTube that you want to see my videos. You have to ring that notification bell for all videos, because if you ring it for some videos, it's not going to push you all my videos. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, where I post all my content from this channel and my brand new other channel, beauty and makeup channel, Cleo Beauty. I will link it down in the description box for you guys. I post all the makeup and beauty content on that channel. This one gets all the fragrance, lifestyle, fashion, that type of content. So today I'm here with a very exciting video in which I am going to do a full house review for Royal Crown, the very famous and super prestigious niche fragrance house, Royal Crown. You guys are familiar with Royal Crown. They're the ones with those super luxury bottles, you know, with the sort of crown cap. So good. So I have a 10 bottle Royal Crown collection, which is a large collection if you consider the price and everything. I don't think I have seen any YouTube video about a Royal Crown house review. You know, I don't think I've seen any YouTube video dedicated to this many Royal Crown fragrances. I've seen one fragrance here, one fragrance there, and that's it. I don't think I've seen somebody do like a full review, a full house review of Royal Crown fragrances with this many bottles, this many fragrances. And in this video, I will also be ranking my Royal Crown fragrances from my most favorite to my least favorite. I'm going the other way around this time. Usually I start from my least favorite to and build it up to most favorite, but I reversed it up this time. I flipped it around. So I'm going from my most favorite to my least favorite. So if you guys want to see me review my massive Royal Crown fragrance collection and rank them, just keep watching. So I'm going to start with one of the cult favorites from Royal Crown. This is, I think, the most known Royal Crown fragrance, if I'm not mistaken, at least here in the US. I think it's maybe different in Europe. Yeah, I know it's different in Europe because there are other Royal Crown fragrances that are more popular in Europe than this one I'm about to talk about. But I know for a fact a lot of people really want to know about this fragrance. This is like the most famous fragrance from Royal Crown. It is none other than Royal Crown Sultan, or Sultan to say it correctly. So I have actually two of them because, you guys, of course I had to buy a backup right here. I've got a backup right here because I really love Royal Crown fragrances, and I really wanted to get a backup because, you know why, you guys? I bought these on Fragrance Buy, which is the best website to buy Royal Crown fragrances, because Royal Crown fragrances are, you know, original prices can be between $500 to $700 and sometimes $800. They're super expensive. And on Fragrance Buy, you can get them for around $200, you guys. I mean, it depends, like it changes a little bit, 200 something, you know. It's like 1/5 of the price, really, on Fragrance Buy. It's amazing. And the moment I realized that Fragrance Buy had it for such an amazing price, I had to jump on it like a crazy person. I went ahead and ordered 2 Sultans for myself, so I have a backup, because you know what, if they ever stop carrying Royal Crown fragrances, I'm screwed, because these things are expensive. Oh my gosh. Fragrance Buy is the best place to buy Royal Crown fragrances. And by the way, it's a Canadian-based company, but they ship to the US too. So they also have like this fragrance crew membership thing where the more fragrances you buy, the more discounts you get. Like you get like 10% off coupons or free shipping coupons. You get like all these different, like, you know, they call it sprays. So you accumulate sprays as in points as you buy more fragrances. So you graduate to the next level and the next level and the next level, you know what I mean? And then I have stacked up a lot of sprays or points, and I always get like a 10% discount at the very least. By the way, you guys, they sell out like this on Fragrance Buy, like the Royal Crown fragrances. I believe they still have a lot of these the last time I checked anyway, but you never know. If ever they're sold out, just sign up for alerts. You would get it right under the perfume you want. It says, you know, put your email here, we'll notify you when it's restocked. Make sure to do that because they're very good at notifying you. Like this, they'll notify you the moment it's back in stock. Anyway, this is Sultan. So this one is a gorgeous, beautiful bottle. By the way, doesn't it look black? This bottle looks black, but it's actually a dark, deep emerald green. And I can tell it when I hold it up to light here. But see, right now the light is shining over this soft touch bottle, so you can't see the color. But from back here, I see the gorgeous emerald green. I just absolutely love these Royal Crown caps, you guys. They're so luxurious. I mean, this is true luxury. I love the bottle designs. Displaying these bottles on your perfume display, ooh, best thing ever. I have them lined up like that, all 10 of them. So luxe. I can't wait to show you guys a perfume collection video. Right now I have like everything in a sort of a temporary arrangement because we're sort of in a transition, trying to do something. I'll reveal to you everything later. So we're just trying to do something right now when we're in the new space and I have my new display. Then I'm gonna do a collection video. But anyway, the bottle aside, the juice, whew, I absolutely love this fragrance. This is such a beautiful, delicious gourmet vanilla fragrance. This has dried fruit in it that makes it so delicious. If you ask me, there are some gorgeous spices in this fragrance that I think put it on another level, you know? That dried fruit, that was a perfect touch for a vanilla fragrance. I never realized how well it worked with vanilla and spices. This is totally unisex, but depending on who's wearing it, it's gonna make you delicious whether you're a man or a woman. This is such a stunning vanilla. This is one of the best vanillas I have in my collection. To be honest, I actually have some pretty amazing vanillas in my collection now. This is one of the most beautiful vanillas in my collection. I also have the Mikolov Note Vanille, which is so good. I have Vanille West Indies, you know. I have Van Cleef & Arpels Orchidee Vanille. I have the Kiali Vanilla 28. Now those are all my favorite vanillas out of like the many vanillas I have. Like those ones that I just named, those are the best vanillas, and this is one of the most unique vanillas in my collection. This is like very sweet, woody, with amber and some warm spices. It's just a beautiful, deep, spicy, gourmet vanilla. This is also a little bit balsamic. It has a little bit of oud too, which I think gives it a bit of an oriental touch as well. Makes it very mysterious in a way, you know, not just your plain old vanilla. This to me is a very oriental, deep, smoky, spicy vanilla that's like super interesting. So this opens with a massive dose of vanilla that you sort of hits you right in the face as you spray it at first spray. This has dried fruit in the opening, and this has a bunch of really exotic, nice, juicy fruits in the opening. This has got some cedar, I think, also in the opening, giving that woody feel right away. Although I gotta tell you, on my skin, this is all vanilla, dried fruit and vanilla on my skin. From, you know, first spray to dry down, I can smell a little spices too. I can smell the woodiness, but it's mostly vanilla with dried fruit. I have heard people say that this kind of the woodiness in here, the cedar comes through a little bit more strong on their skin, which is, you know, possible, different skin. But on my skin, it's vanilla through and through, very strong vanilla, very spicy, interesting gourmet vanilla. So this also has labdanum, which is a note that has a little bit of a leather nuance to it. There's rose, there's jasmine in this fragrance. You always need some florals to kind of add that dimension to the fragrances. So this has myrrh in the base, which makes it quite balsamic. You know, it's a balsam resin note, myrrh. It's one of the oldest, actually the oldest fragrance note, if I'm not mistaken, in the world. And it gives it this oriental vibe to this fragrance. And oud is also in the base, on top of which oud adds to that oriental vibes of this fragrance. There's of course that sensual sandalwood, which is always so nice to have in a fragrance like this. And there's a little touch of saffron, which I can not even detect very much really, but I love the dry down. I love the sort of sensual woody touch in the dry down, and the myrrh with that sort of deep oriental smoky vibe, you know what I mean? Really love this fragrance. It's a stunning, interesting vanilla. It's not your average vanilla, not your everyday vanilla. It's really like a deep, spicy, gourmet, smoky, oriental vanilla, you know what I mean? Very interesting. Again, completely unisex, but depending on who's wearing it, it'll make you smell delicious whether you're a woman or a man. This one is Royal Crown Sultan in the #1 spot. This is my favorite from the house Royal Crown. So next I have a very feminine, through and through, inside and out Royal Crown fragrance in my hands. This one is such a pretty fragrance that makes me feel like a princess. It makes me feel like a princess. The bottle looks like a princess. The juice smells like a princess. You know what I mean? It's one of those gorgeous, sweet, soft gourmet fragrances. This one is Royal Crown Isabella in the #2 spot, my second favorite from the house. So this is what the bottle looks like for Isabella. Isn't that the most beautiful, pretty, feminine bottle ever? It's like a princess. Like I said, it looks like a princess. It makes me feel like a princess. I just absolutely love these soft touch bottles. By the way, Sultan and Isabella are both from the Imperials collection, I believe, of Royal Crown. They have this Imperials collection where the fragrance is inspired by a type of royal from, you know, different parts of the world. For this one, I believe, is inspired by the Spanish Queen Isabella. Now Sultan is inspired by, of course, the Middle Eastern royalty. So yeah, this is the bottle. Isn't that the most beautiful, pretty, soft touch, opaque bottle? These are all soft touch bottles. They are just so pretty. I mean, look at that crown with those gorgeous Swarovski crystals. I can't get over them, you guys. They're so pretty. Now this one is basically a celebration of femininity, you guys. This is through and through absolutely, positively feminine. This is not a unisex fragrance unless you want to smell like a feminine, like a woman, you know. This one is definitely for a woman, whether you are a young woman or older woman, it doesn't matter. This doesn't have an age. This is very playful. It's sort of an unapologetic celebration of femininity, you know. To me, this one is one of those gorgeous orange blossom fragrances along the same lines as like Kilian Love Don't Be Shy, but now don't get that into your head. This is nothing like the Kilian Love Don't Be Shy, you guys. Now don't jump into conclusions. Just because this has orange blossom doesn't make it a dupe for Love Don't Be Shy, you know. Apparently people are saying that this is similar to Love Don't Be Shy because it has orange blossom. No, no, no. These are different. They're very, very different. Yeah, you can smell the orange blossom in both, but this one is a whole different composition. This has orange blossom, neroli, Bulgarian rose, right away in the opening, and peach nut. So it's definitely like a gorgeous bouquet of florals right away from the get-go. This has tuberose, this has iris, this has ylang ylang in the middle. Such beautiful, soft, feminine, you know, floral notes. Tuberose smells kind of bubblegummy. Ylang ylang is that just stunning yellow floral that has that very enchanting scent. And this has iris, which is a powdery floral note that makes perfume smell sort of delicate and elegant and sophisticated, you know. This has sandalwood from Mysore, which is like the best type of sandalwood. Madagascar vanilla, cinnamon, and amber. There's a lot of amber in this as well in the base. It is such a beautiful sort of feminine fragrance. I think it just is one of those fragrances that makes you feel like a pretty princess, really. And if you want to always feel like this beautiful princess, this is the one for you. Occasions, time of the year, this would be a fragrance that's so much better in spring and summer too, but mainly like transition periods. Would be perfect going from winter to spring and spring to summer in the transitional periods, but definitely all of spring for sure. It is a fragrance that you can wear daytime quite a bit. I would say this is a daytime fragrance, and you can even wear this in the summertime. Winter, yeah, you can wear it, but winter tends to swallow it up a little bit. This has better performance in spring and when the weather is a little bit warmer than it is when the weather is super cold. It has good performance. I would say it lasts about 5 to 6 hours, which is what you should expect from a fragrance anyway. By the way, Sultan lasts a lot longer on my skin. I would say 8+ hours. On clothes, that one lasts for a long time. This one also lasts for a long time on clothes, but on my skin about 5 to 6 hours, which is like the average amount of hours. It's not terrible in performance. It's not the best in performance. You know what I mean? Pretty fragrance. Absolutely recommend this for women if you want to smell and feel pretty like a princess. This is Royal Crown Isabella. By the way, I will list and link all of these fragrances down in the description box. Check that out. Now, my next favorite from Royal Crown is right here. This one is an absolute stunner too. I would say this one leans feminine as well. But, you know, it shouldn't prevent a guy from wearing this if you want to have this scent profile. But this one is definitely feminine leaning. Now, Isabella is definitely very feminine. And this one, more feminine leaning. But if you're a guy and you like this scent profile, sure, you can wear it. But this one leans more feminine as well. Now, this one is a beautiful rose fragrance. This one is none other than Alchemia. This is my third favorite from Royal Crown. The bottle is stunning as well. Again, of course, I absolutely love Royal Crown bottles. Now that is the bottle, that clear bottle right there. Isn't that stunning? Oh my gosh. Such a pretty bottle. By the way, the bedding in here, it's like leather also, by the way. It's super luxurious from the packaging to the bottle to the juice. So this one right here, this is what the bottle looks like. Isn't that perfect? I love that, you know, see-through gorgeous glass bottle. Same jewel encrusted cap as we know. This one is great in performance, by the way. This projects like crazy, lasts like crazy, amazing sillage, very good performance. This one, I gotta say, yeah, I mean, this, I can smell this one from over here. Very strong. Out of the three that I talked about, this one is the most strong in performance, I would say. This one is such a delicately pretty rose fragrance, you guys. Oh my goodness. The rose scent that's in here is quite delicate and pretty. I will tell you why, because this has Taif rose. Taif rose smells like no other rose, you know. It smells very unique, very feminine, very delicate. Taif rose. It has this also sort of oriental vibe about it as well. Yeah, I love the Taif rose. This has like Taif rose on 2 different layers, I think, in the top and the middle both. Lots of Taif rose. That's what you smell the most, and that's what gives it this unique, beautiful, delicate, ethereal rose scent. I mean, this has lots of other florals and white florals and stuff. And this has a little bit of honey, a little bit of a hint of amber, and this has oud. So it opens with Taif rose, carnation, white lily, and peach blossom. So that's what you get in the opening, but that Taif rose kind of dominates the rest of the floral notes there, I gotta say. I can smell a little bit of that lily. I believe carnation is a synthetic or fantasy note, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really smell that. I don't really even know what carnation smells like, but I can smell the lily a little bit. But Taif rose is the star in here through and through. And in the middle you get that Taif rose again. Like I said, this is in 2 layers, the Taif rose. You get Bulgarian rose, you get the jasmine. Is it Egyptian jasmine? I can't remember. And then you get a little bit of that honey, which I gotta say, it's not that detectable, to be honest. What I smell the most is that Taif rose. That Taif rose, that's what I smell the most in here. So in the base, you get that oud. Like I said, there's oud here, very clean, well blended oud. It's not overwhelming, giving it a slight oriental hint. And this also has a little bit of myrrh, which adds to that oriental vibes of this fragrance, starting with the Taif rose, that's oriental smelling, and then you get the oud, and then you get the myrrh. So yeah, it has a little bit of an oriental feel to this fragrance, and then you also get that sensual woodiness from the sandalwood, and then you get a little bit of ambergris, which of course gives it that sort of ambery marine vibes. You know, ambergris is a type of amber, but it comes from a whale's stomach, so it has the bit of that marine kind of quality to it, which is perfect type of amber. If you ask me for this type of fragrance, it's not like the dark ambery color amber, you know what I'm saying? It's ambergris, which is slightly different. So yeah, this is in my top favorites from the house of Royal Crown. Very, very kind of feminine leaning oriental fragrance, super long lasting, amazing performance. This is Royal Crown Alchemia. So the next one is an absolute mysterious dark beauty. This one has something really dark about her, something very mysterious, something naughty, something dirty about her. Even the box tells it. This one is none other than Royal Crown Oud Jasmine. Look at the box, it's black because the box knows she's dark. So yeah, she's a dark beauty. I know it's weird to say dark to a jasmine fragrance, but this one is dark, which is what makes her so interesting. I'm telling you, this is what the bottle looks like. Isn't that a stunning regal looking bottle right there with that shiny black bottle with the gorgeous black crown? Let me take it out. Ooh, this one is super unique. I actually almost rated this number 2, but I thought about the fact that this one is more of a fragrance that calls for a certain occasion, you know. That's the only reason I rated this on the number 4 spot. Otherwise, I would have put this like to be my number 2, like Sultan and Oud Jasmine, I would say, are the most intriguing fragrances from Royal Crown. So let me show the bottle. Isn't that the most beautiful, beautiful bottle? By the way, I had been dying to get my hands on this fragrance until I discovered that Fragrance By has these fragrances, Royal Crown ones, for the price that they do. Like, it's a friggin' steal, like $200+ for a fragrance that costs $700+. Oh my goodness, you guys. Seriously, I wouldn't have had this many Royal Crown fragrances and wouldn't have been able to, you know, build my collection to be this big, amazing, massive collection if it hadn't been for Fragrance Buy. I am so thankful this came in stock and I jumped on it like white on rice, you know what I mean? Oh, you guys, there she is. Ooh, this one is such a mysterious, super beguiling kind of fragrance. I'm telling you, this is a little bit spellbinding, you know, that kind of fragrance. Something very dark and mysterious and deep and dirty about this fragrance. It's hard to say, you know. By the way, I don't have to spray any of these things. These project like crazy. I mean, I can smell it over here. Usually, you guys, when you get a jasmine fragrance, it's your pretty white floral jasmine for spring and summer. Oh, you know, beautiful, ethereal, white floral. Yeah, narcotic, hypnotic, but always like, you know, light and innocent. That's what you think of, right? For when you say jasmine, any kind of white floral fragrance, but not this one. This one is a dark beauty. It's jasmine, but it's dark jasmine. So what makes it dark? Well, of course, it's the oud, you guys. This has that beautiful oud, that oriental, deep, mysterious oud that makes her this naughty, dark goddess. You know, it's the same way that oud in the Maison Francis Kurkdjian oud satin mood, dark and mysterious, the rose, like the oud in it makes the rose dark and mysterious and kind of femme fatale, you know. In that same token, the oud in here makes the innocent jasmine not so innocent, if you get what I mean. This one calls for such occasion. It's like, seriously, I've only worn it a few times because it just calls for a certain type of occasion. This is also dark, but in a way very sophisticated and elegant fragrance too. Maybe it's the kind of fragrance that you wear to a evening gown type of occasion, you know, at nighttime. Now this is a fragrance, although it's jasmine, you can wear it at nighttime. So it's a fragrance that actually goes from day to night. What time of the year? I would say it's an all year type fragrance. You can wear this in winter as well. You can wear this in summer. You can wear this in fall. You can wear this in spring. That type of fragrance, quite versatile in terms of what time of the day, what time of the year. It's one of the most difficult fragrances to explain and describe as well, because it's like one of those fragrances that you just have to experience yourself. Now I can give you like something close to what this feels like. You guys remember the Mugler Alien, the original formulation, when it used to be Thierry Mugler Alien and not the Mugler, you know, when they changed the brand, the old, dark, sort of dirty jasmine. That's sort of, again, they're not similar. They're not dupes. I'm talking about the vibe. It's the same kind of vibe, you know, like it's a jasmine, but it's a dark, deep jasmine that's a little bit naughty, you know. It's really how I can describe, but this one is very unique. I've never smelled a jasmine perfume quite like this. It's so very stunning. It's a little bit mature. Some people may smell this and think, well, this is a little too mature for me. To me, this doesn't smell mature in like an old lady type way, but it smells mature like I am a grown, independent, and confident woman, and I rule the day kind of mature, you know? To me, that's the kind of mature this smells like. This is in my number 4th spot. This one's Royal Crown Oud Jasmine. Now, the next one up is a gorgeous syrupy honey fragrance. You know what I'm talking about. This one is Royal Crown Ambrosia. Now this is the only one I have in a 50 ml bottle. Everything else, is it 100 ml or 125 ml? I forget. Everything else I have in the bigger bottle. This is the only one that was only available in the half size. This one is the cutie, my little tiny cutie. You still get a gorgeous crown with the Swarovski crystals and everything. So yeah, this one is Ambrosia. When you say Ambrosia, you know there's honey in it. Oh my God, this one is a beast, by the way. I mean, you can smell it over here. This one lasts forever on my skin, on my clothes until I wash them. Actually, same with all of the ones that I talked about. They're on my clothes until I wash them. This one is a particularly one that has amazing performance. Amazing. I get about 10 plus hours on my skin with this one. This one is sweet, very fruity, big dose of honey. It's got woody notes. It's very kind of powdery as well. You can really smell the powderiness. And it's got, you know, like some spices, a little bit fresh type of spices. So this one's got some interesting notes. This one, by the way, is very much a gourmet. This is a through and through gourmet fragrance. There are a lot of really delicious gourmet notes in this fragrance, including dates and toffee, which you get in the opening. You get that delicious, you know, dates with that toffee, with the caramel vibes, you know. And then you get some juicy fruity notes like plum, there's melon, there is like some apple too, I believe. This has got a little kick, a spicy kick from black pepper, and then you get some juicy fruity notes like plum, pomegranate, melon, and a little bit of apple too, I believe. And you get a little spicy kick from black pepper, which is very almost undetectable, super well blended. And then you get that beautiful powdery iris with a good dose of rose. You get some sandalwood with that sensual touch and some cedar, so some nice woody notes in here. Then in the base, you get that very big bucket of honey, you know. The honey you can really smell. This one's got that sort of sticky syrupiness from the honey in this fragrance. It's definitely a very syrupy fragrance. A massive dose of vanilla as well with that honey. And then of course you get that oud, you get a little bit of olibanum, that's frankincense, and then you get some musk. This is a very much a edible, like yummy, delicious gourmet fragrance through and through. Like I said, it has dates, it's got toffee, it's got that massive dose of honey with the vanilla, but it has a little bit of a oriental twist because of the oud, and then that frankincense sort of adds a little bit of a, you know, smoky, resin balsam vibe to this. It's a bit syrupy. It's a very like syrupy, deep, delicious gourmet. Fifth spot, Royal Crown Ambrosia. So in number 6 spot, I have a delicious, very hard to describe fragrance. This one is one of those fragrances I actually, before I bought this one, I did some research online and I was trying to read reviews, and I watched like a couple of YouTube videos. Not very many people reviewed this fragrance, and the reviews I did see, I feel like didn't really give the full picture as to the scent profile of this fragrance. Everybody kept describing this as a like a grapefruit citrus fragrance, which it isn't. Yeah, there's grapefruit in here, but really it's not the thing that defines this fragrance, to say the least. So yeah, this one is none other than Royal Crown Tzar. And this is completely unisex in my opinion, and it's one of the most beautiful bottles because I love the color. Of course, you guys know red is my favorite color. Look at that stunning soft touch, beautiful red bottle. Oh my goodness. Love the red crown. Absolutely in love with this bottle, which is actually why I bought this fragrance for the most part when I first bought it, but I fell in love with the scent as well. This one is a beautiful soft touch bottle, red bottle. This is also from that royal collection. Is it Imperial's collection? I forget the name of it. Yeah, it's also from that. This one is inspired by the Tsars of Russia. Obviously, it says Tsar right there. The description of this fragrance on the Royal Crown website says something like that. It takes you right back to the royal court of St. Petersburg. I don't know about that. But anyway, this one is definitely, this one is such a gorgeous, if you ask me to simply describe this fragrance, it's definitely a very sort of musky, sexy fragrance that has a little bit of citrus underpinning, nuances, but citruses aren't really what defines this fragrance. This has some florals like lily of the valley. Really, that's what I smell the most. I smell that gorgeous lily of the valley, and I smell the musks in this fragrance, which is quite nice. I mean, you smell a lot of the white florals from this fragrance. It's quite woody. It's quite an aromatic fragrance because of the fact that there are a lot of citruses in here. Yes, you get, of course, get the citruses, but if you ask me, the white florals, you can smell the beautiful white florals in this fragrance. You get some like fresh spices that sort of complement the citruses so well in this fragrance. It's of course quite fresh. It's got a fresh scent profile, a slight hint of green. So yeah, this opens with grapefruit, but it's really not what defines this fragrance. Yes, you can smell the grapefruit, you definitely can, but to me it's a lot more than that. This also has like some spices like black pepper and nutmeg too. And you guys, to me what defines this fragrance are those beautiful white florals, the lily of the valley. You can smell the lily of the valley in this fragrance, which is so pretty. And this also has magnolia, which is a pretty white floral, really pretty white floral. They have not revealed musk in the fragrance composition, but I know it has musk. I can smell the musk in with that lily of the valley. This has some woody notes like cedar wood. There's a little hint of earthiness from the vetiver and that sensual sandalwood. But I tell you guys, what defines this fragrance are those gorgeous woody notes with the white florals and that musk, really. And that citrus is only there to sort of support it, you know, hold it up and give it that citrus like layer underneath. I just really like the composition. It's very unique composition. There is one that comes close. It's from that fragrance house. What do you call it now? I forget the name. It also has a lot of lily of the valley. I forget the name of the fragrance. I'll put it up here. Yeah, that reminds me a little bit of that, but that's the only one that even comes close to this. This one is definitely completely unisex. Some people think that this leans more masculine because of the citruses in here. Yes and no, because to me, those white florals kind of make it quite unisex. This is really like a 50-50. It can go female or male, either way, whoever wears it. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's a fragrance, believe it or not, you would think that this is more suitable for spring and summer. But to me, this is an all year round fragrance. You can actually wear this in the winter as well. The performance is good. It doesn't get swallowed up by winter. It holds up. You can wear this in the wintertime and it really suits wintertime as well. There's something about this fragrance that lends itself to winter as well. Maybe not fall, but more like winter with the beautiful white snow and everything. It is a fragrance you can definitely wear in spring. You can wear it in the summer as well. Yeah, its performance is about like 7 hours. It's not terrible. It's not the best performing one. I would say definitely though it's daytime wear, no matter what season you wear it in. This one is Tzar by Royal Crown. So the next one, I'm not quite sure why I'm rating this in this number 7 spot. Like I said, when you have fragrances like 7 of them that you love so much, you love all 7 of them, it's really hard to rate them, you guys. That's the only reason why this is in number 7 spot. Not because I like this any less, because I love them all so much the same, really. I'm rating them more based on how versatile they are. So this next one up is one of those fragrances that does call for a certain occasion, which I think is the only reason I'm rating this in number 7. seventh spot. This one is a very vintage smelling, elegant fragrance that, you know, has sort of like the same vibes as the Chanel fragrances, you know, with that vintage, classy, sophisticated vibes. If the women, the royal women and noble women in King Louis XIV's court in France had a scent, this is what I imagine that they had. This is what I imagine they smelled like, you know. It's a very powdery, elegant, vintage, classy smelling fragrance. This one is none other than Royal Crown Pays de Fleur. So let me open this one. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that this is like a see-through bottle and the juice looks quite ambery. This one has a red cap. It says right here, Poudre de Fleur. So poudre means powdery, flower, fleur means flower, you know. So even the name suggests it. It's a very beautiful, super powdery, super elegant, vintage, royal smelling fragrance. Very, very much super sophisticated, super elegant. So the biggest accord obviously is going to be powdery. It's super powdery. It's quite woody. It's a very aromatic fragrance. This has got iris type of powderiness in here. It's got quite a few citrus notes as well. Kind of like, you know, the Chanel fragrances would have that powderiness mixed with the citruses. Same kind of thing going on here. This has got a little bit of earthiness, a lot of musk as well. And it has a hint of patchouli, I think. So right from the get-go, this has heliotrope, which is a blue-purple floral that smells powdery. This has some neroli, some jasmine, some bergamot in the opening, which is a nice citrus. And it also has lime, I believe, again, giving it a very sharp citrus opening, you know, with the powderiness. So it's powdery and citrus right from the start. And I believe you get a little bit of cardamom as well in the opening, but I am barely picking up the cardamom. It's super well blended. Usually when you put cardamom in a fragrance, you really can smell the cardamom, you know, but the cardamom in here is very dialed down. And then this also has Rose de Grasse, which is rose from Grasse, France, which is one of the most expensive rose notes. There's Bulgarian rose, which is also quite a expensive rose oil. This has jasmine again, and this has osmanthus as well. Osmanthus is that sort of yellow floral that has like apricot honey nuances, you know what I mean? And this of course has a massive dose of iris in the base that makes it super powdery too. So it's kind of bookended with the powdery florals. You start with heliotrope and then you end with iris, so very powdery through and through. This has that sensual sandalwood, and it has a little bit of vetiver, which gives it a little hint of earthiness. And this has Mexican vanilla, I believe, like quite a bit of vanilla that gives it a little bit of a sweetness and a very tiny hint of patchouli, which kind of makes it last longer. This one has amazing projection, sillage, lasting power. This is like 10 plus hours on my skin. On clothes, you won't get it off until you wash it. And this is one of those fragrances that you can wear all year round, very versatile. And you can wear this day or night. That's the nice thing about this fragrance. Mostly I would say daytime, but you can wear this nighttime as well. This one is Poudre de Fleur by Royal Crown in the number 7 spot. So we're down to the last two fragrances, and these two are actually down in the bottom only because they lean quite masculine. But this next one up, like the very last one, I don't like. But this one, the next one in the number 8 spot, I actually do love. This one does lean more masculine, but I do like to wear it as well because it smells so sexy. I like to actually share this with my husband, but mostly I've given this to my husband because I just love the way it smells on him. This one is again from the Imperials or Imperium collection. I forget the name now. The collection inspired by different royals from around the world. This one is inspired by the ancient Romans. Of course, this one, you guessed it, this one is Royal Crown Imperator. This one has the most beautiful opaque white bottle that looks so stunning. There it is. Do you see that? It's so stunning. I really love this white bottle, and the white cap is so good. Here it is. This is what the bottle looks like. Again, I love this soft touch opaque ones. Very beautiful. Like I said, inspired by ancient Romans. Ah, this one is just such a beautiful fragrance, you guys. I mean, yeah, this smells amazing on my husband, but I like to steal it too, you guys. I like to wear it too. It's quite like fresh, spicy, you know, like a lot of the masculine scents, you get that amazing fresh spices, and they're very aromatic. Same with this, very aromatic, quite woody, of course. This has got a large dose of amber, some warm spices. I bet you if you were to look at the juice, I'm sure the juice shows a little bit of amberiness. You know, if I ever decant this, I will of course see that. This is also quite powdery. I think it has iris in it, and it's also slightly balsamic because this definitely has some balsam resin notes that, you know, is just a perfect addition to this fragrance composition. So it starts with some spices. There's cardamom, nutmeg, and then there's also this sort of green note. It's olive leaf. Now, I've never smelled an olive leaf before, so I couldn't tell you. I don't particularly pick up an olive leaf in the opening here, but I do get the spices that are well blended. You know, you guys, like you get the gorgeous fresh spices in, you know, Victor and Rolf, the masculine, gorgeous, sexy one, what do you call it? Spice bomb. That's kind of like what this reminds me of, with the gorgeous fresh spices that are in here. This also has some rose and some iris. I told you it's a little powdery. And this has something called laurels, and I really don't know what it smells like. All I know is that it's like an aromatic fragrance note. I can't pick it out and be like, oh, that's laurels. I can't really tell that. This actually also has in the base some frankincense, giving it a little bit of that, you know, like the balsam resin vibes to this fragrance. And this also has myrrh, adding to the balsam resin vibes of this fragrance. And it has some, of course, woody notes. I think it's cedar and some other woody notes that are in here. It smells quite sexy. It's a very sexy, masculine leaning, fresh, spicy fragrance. You know, it smells sexy on my husband, and I like to wear it to you guys. It's like this certain vibe, like, you know, sometimes when you wear fragrances that smell masculine, like, you know, when you're a woman and you wear it, you get this sort of like female tuxedo kind of sexiness out of that. That's kind of what I want this fragrance to be. When I want to feel powerful, I might wear this to like a work seminar occasion or something like that, where I want to give myself that female tuxedo vibes, you know, that sort of fragrance. This one, you guys, I would say also is an all year round fragrance. Like many of the men's fragrances tend to be, you know, all year round, because men are more like type of people, I want to be able to wear it all year round. You know what I mean? They don't settle like us. Oh, it's only winter, it's only summer, that kind of thing. This is definitely an all year round fragrance. I would say any time of the day too, that sort of fragrance. It will go from day to night. The performance is quite nice. I would say like 7-8 hours on clothes until you wash them. It's good. It's got a nice scent trail, good projection. I wouldn't say like beast mode, but decent projection. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Like I said, I've gifted this to my husband, but I do like to steal it every now and then and wear it. Is it a fragrance that I wear on a daily basis? No, which is why this is rated down below. Not because it's a bad fragrance. It smells amazing, you guys. Very sexy, especially very sexy on my husband. So this one on the number 8 spot, this is Royal Crown Imperator. So we're down to the last one. This is the only one Royal Crown fragrance that I didn't quite like. I don't really like it on myself at all. I don't wear it. I am definitely not ever going to wear it. It's because it's super uber masculine. And is it just masculine? No, it's very animalic masculine, you guys. It's very much one of those, like, I don't know, like wild animal smelling fragrances. Definitely for men. I would not recommend this for women whatsoever. Definitely a masculine one. This one is none other than Royal Crown Ytzma. Now, you guys, I fell for this. This was a blind buy, obviously. I was like on a Royal Crown kick ever since I discovered them on, you know, fragrance buy website. I'm like, oh, I gotta get this, I gotta get this, I gotta get this, I gotta get this. So I just like bought as many as I could possibly get my hands on. So Yitzma, I saw this video on Sebastian's channel. He was in a Royal Crown's, you know, boutique in Italy, and the saleswoman said that Yitzma is one of their #1 bestsellers. Well, duh, I should have known better. It's probably the #1 bestsellers because men love it. Let me just show you the bottle, by the way. It's quite nice. It says bottle, you can see the juice. Obviously dark ambery type of juice. This one, I don't think it has amber though. I think it's from the florals. This is what the bottle looks like. It's got a kind of a turquoise crown. Oh, you guys, this one. Is it a bad scent? No. Is it in my bottom, the last one, because of a quality problem? No. Is it a lack of quality? Absolutely not. This is a top quality, high quality fragrance with top quality ingredients. It's just that it's very super masculine in a very animalic way, and I will tell you where that comes from. This is definitely a very super woody fragrance. It obviously has spices like most of these like masculine type scents tend to have. This is of course got some florals, and it's maybe a little bit sweet, but it's got a big noticeable dose of tobacco, which is one of the reasons why I don't like this fragrance. And I'll tell you the other reason why I don't like this fragrance. This has a very raw animalic fragrance note. I'll tell you about it here in a second. This has also oud in it, but oud doesn't bother me. That's not what the problem is. This has got, you know, a little bit of amber, as you can tell by the juice, and some citruses. The biggest reason why I don't like this fragrance, you guys, is one fragrance note. It's castoreum. Oh my god. You guys know what castoreum is. It comes from the beaver. Of course, now it's ethically sourced. You don't kill beavers to get castoreum. Castoreum now is synthetically made, so it's a synthetic fragrance note, obviously, but it smells very animalic. It's really not a fragrance note for female fragrances, not even unisex, you guys. It's a masculine fragrance note. Even when I say masculine, it's a particular type of masculine, you know what I mean? If you want to smell like a raw, like animal type of, you know, thing, then it's perfect. Yeah, castoreum. Castoreum is the culprit. And of course, I'm not a huge fan of the big dose of tobacco in here as well. This actually has some delicious fragrance notes like dried fruit, which I really love. It starts with a bunch of citruses, by the way. I think adds to the masculine vibe of this fragrance. If you ask me, there's a ton of citruses, like there's lemon and lime and I don't know, like mandarin orange, a whole bunch. There are some spices like black pepper, there's nutmeg, so that's fine too, it's not a big deal. There's oud, I think, in the middle, so it's got quite the dose of oud. This is some nice floral notes like orange blossom, rose, and magnolia and peach blossom, I think. Nice floral notes, which I'm not picking up as much, you guys. The floral notes seem to almost have been eaten up by those strong masculine fragrance notes like castoreum, for example. Tobacco, you know, the florals are really in the background, although they're in the middle. I'm not picking up the florals as much, really. And of course in the base, like I said, this has that castoreum. I think there's ambergris here too. There's that huge dose of tobacco, some woody notes and yada yada. There's a lot of you know, base notes in this fragrance. It's that castoreum. It's the castoreum I can't take. It's just way too animalic for my taste, and it lingers when you spray it on the skin, especially that animalicness really comes through, you know. And you can smell the castoreum on the clothes too, but really meshes with your skin, and it just, the dry down is strong, you guys, but it would smell good on a man. Certain type of man especially, you know what I'm saying. It's a very like raw animalic kind of fragrance, certainly not for me, which is why this is my least favorite, or I simply don't like it. I don't wear it. I will never wear it. I am not sure if I love it on my husband either. I think, like I said, it's perfect for a certain type of man. I think my husband is more of a fresh, spicy, like spice bomb, Abercrombie and Fitch type of guy, you know, like Imperator, for example, is perfect for my husband. I can see this on a certain type of man that would really carry this, like this would really be good on a certain type of man with, and also your body chemistry too, right? So yeah, is it a bad fragrance? Hell no. It is a beautiful fragrance. It's very high quality fragrance. You know, all of these, by the way, all of these fragrances are extrait de parfum, meaning the highest oil concentration, meaning this is like 30% plus oil concentration, which is huge. It is like the highest concentration, right? 30% plus. Usually eau de parfum, you get about 18% oil concentration, just to give you a comparison, you know what I mean? Usually extrait de parfum usually is above 25%, usually around 30% oil concentration. So high quality ingredients, high quality fragrance. The scent profile just isn't for me. Super masculine. This one in the last spot, number 9. This is Royal Crown Ytzma. So that's it, you guys. That is my massive Royal Crown fragrance collection. I promised you a collection video for the House of Royal Crown. A lot of you have been asking me to do a house review for the Royal Crown, so here it is for you. I reviewed them and I ranked them from my most favorite to least favorite this time, just because I wanted to flip it around. Usually I start with the least favorite and work my way up. Yeah, I really absolutely love Royal Crown fragrances. They are top quality, creme de la creme type of fragrances from one of the most prestigious niche fragrance houses, Royal Crown. And I am so very thankful to Fragrance Buy for selling such, you know, luxury fragrances, authentic luxury fragrances for a price that is approachable, you know what I mean? It's quite the steal, and that's why I'm able to have such a large, huge, massive Royal Crown fragrance collection. So I will link all of this down in the description box for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this Royal Crown collection video. Please let me know if you have any of the Royal Crown fragrances. What are your thoughts on this fragrance house? Tell me about what you have. Do you have one that I don't have? I would love to know. And yeah, there are some for more Royal Crown fragrances that I hope to get my hands on, one being Katerina, which I really want to add to my collection. I'll let you guys know, of course. I'll do a fragrance haul and you'll see it if I add it. Yeah, let me know. Chime down in the comment section and let me know what's your favorite Royal Crown fragrance. I hope you liked this video, you guys. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, that red button right there. Click that. Ring that notification bell right next to it so you will be notified every time I upload. Subscribing is not enough. They don't let you know just for subscribing anymore. You gotta ring the bell. Don't ask me, I don't make the rules. Anyway, I also don't forget to follow me on Instagram, where I post everything from both of my channels, this one and my other one focused on makeup and beauty, which is Cleo Beauty. I will link that down in the description box for you guys. I will see you guys in my next video.